no cases of cheating being reported, rather 21 cases of cheating or attempted cheating, but no exams will be cancelled. And of course, the timelines have also been pushed up. What do you make of what you've heard this afternoon, sir? Can you hear me, sir? All right, looks like we're having a little bit of a sound challenge. We're going to sort that out and link back with Crispus Wawire. So let's, Jonathan, talk about some of the measures we saw the CS put in place. We begin with the NEC board. He comes into this sector, of course, before we had Kaimenyi as the CS. So he comes in with a lot of energy and vigor and psych. And there are a lot of those, especially in the unions, who said, you know what, you need to consult more, and criticize a lot of the moves and measures he was putting in place. But talk to us about what perhaps disbanding and bringing in new officials in NEC did as we go down the line. Yeah,
and you'll remember, I think the very first statement that the Secretary General Nat made was Matiang'i go slow, Matiang'i go slow.
Yes.
Education sector is very sensitive. But for the sake of our viewers, for you to understand where Matiang'i was coming in from, was that NEC had developed a strategic plan for 5 years, and it had identified ICT as a challenge because the mode of cheating and collusion that was happening was now technology-driven. So the president made a very strategic decision in moving Matiang'i from ICT into education because he thought they can get an ICT solution. And that is what has happened, in that by Matiang'i working with Musheru, they have put in place specific solutions to protect the integrity of the national exam. But more so, the left hand is beginning to talk to the right hand. What do I mean? I mean that previously we've seen minors, children who do not understand anything, who are victims of a scheme hatched and delivered by adults.
Yes.
So if your head teacher comes into a class, Sophia, and tells you here is the exam,
let's go through
are you going to refuse?
Yeah,
no.
Yeah.
But what we've seen, the coordination between the Ministry of Interior, ICT and education means that the adults who've been facilitating this process are now being held to account.
Okay.
So it is not the learner.
Yeah.
That is why I applaud the Cabinet Secretary for not cancelling any result for a minor. But we have seen a few teachers, policemen and administrators who tried to facilitate the cheating being brought before the courts of law.
Okay.
Yeah.
I understand we now have Crispus Wawire back with us. Our sound is good. You can hear me, Crispus, live from our City Center studios?
Yes. I'm
Excellent. So what do you make of what you've heard this afternoon from the CS Education?
First, I would like to congratulate the CS for the effort he has put in to ensure that we have credible exams. I think this is just one step towards maybe trying to clean up the education system that is actually ailing. And I think after this step, we would like to see the CS moving to the next level, which is how education is practiced in this country, and not just how examinations are carried out. Because the whole idea of cheating in exams is a symptom of the educational practice that we have had over the years. And I think the CS needs to move now, after examination malpractices, move now to the next stage. How do we now change the educational practice that always has been a catalyst for this kind of temptation to cheating? Yeah.
Right. And of course, we've already seen that conversation earlier in the year. We had, there was that seminar on the curriculum review. Do you see that bearing fruit?
Yes. The curriculum review was a good step, but my only fear is that this curriculum review is interested more on the structure, on the content, but not on the method. Because you can have good content, you have good structure, but the problem is the method. I think, look at when we started with 844 and good intentions of 844. People ran away from it. And when it came to assessing what had come out of 844, the focus is just theoretical and not practical as we wanted. Because the education as we offer it now has to be education for formation and not for information. And 844 is now reduced to information. And I'm worried that just changing a structure alone and introducing a few subjects here and here does not actually improve our education. We would like an education practice whereby when somebody graduates maybe from high school, he is able to adapt to his environment. But we are seeing people who are coming out of school